My name is Benta Auma. I'm from a village called Ratna in Kongoya Ward in Nyali sub-county. And I come from a group that involves both youths, male and female. And I'm a member of that group. It's called Umoja Self Help Group. And in that group, we are mostly focusing on issues to deal with employment and a bit of governance and how we can improve our life as a team, or rather as villagers of Ratna. On a personal level, if I'm to just mention that I used not to participate, first of all, in issues of budget making. I used to believe so much that it's left for the people who are in power, the rulers, like the politicians or whoever else. So I would only wait for the politicians to decide which way we go. But it's after the civic education that I was empowered, or rather I got the information that I am supposed to be part of that process. And that process starts way before the date that we are so used to, the June date when the budget is passed. So we are supposed to be involving ourselves in the process. So I started involving myself way sometimes back now. And I've seen the process and I've learned from the process that we've through that same process, we've learned to know that there are some places that we need to rectify as a community and as citizens of Mombasa that we need to rectify for us to come up with a budget that is more conclusive, or rather more inclusive for the citizen and more productive in terms of projects that we need to undertake as a county. And I think it's through civic education too that I've learned that it is my right as a citizen. I have the right to information. The information that I need to ask for should be responded to according to what I ask, in line with the constitutional law. If I'm to start with communication skills, because right now, as an individual and as a group, we are able to communicate our issues openly to the people who are mandated. We are given the power to push our issues. We can easily go to the ward admin and tell them exactly what we feel is not going right, and we give them our suggestions, we listen to them. So listening is also a skill, so that is something that we know that we have to listen to what they have to say so that we can know exactly which direction to go. We have also managed to be very collaborative with the stakeholders. And we've also learned that for us to be able to make any changes, participation is something that has to be there. Yeah. So those are some of the skills that we've learned: communication, listening, and also active participation. We've taken several initiatives as a community, but I'll mention probably one or two that we've done. First of all, we've involved ourselves with, we've managed to approach our MCA concerning the security of our issues, and we were requesting that we have street lights to enhance our security. That is in progress right now as we speak. There are street lights that are being put around Kongoya area, and we are happy for that. We've also managed to talk about the feeder roads. And at the moment, if you pass through Kongoya, you'll see several feeder roads that are in progress. They are making cabro feeder roads. Apart from that, we've also engaged the government on issues of land. And many people are coming out to ask questions about the lands where they stay because they do not have ownership of these lands and everything. So people are coming up, they are grouping up together as a community to try and push for ownership, that the entitlement to the lands that are in other people's lands, and yet they are the people who are having structures in this land. So yes, we've done quite a number of activities and we are seeing some progress, yes. I'll take an example of the most recent one. We've been having the public participation on issues of budget making. And the most recent one, we went out as a community. If you look at the trend from before, people used not to participate because, first of all, it was not even devolved. So that is where we started. We wanted this activity, first of all, to be devolved so that more people can participate. And when it was devolved, we saw a lot of community people coming together to tackle their issues. We went there and we were asking questions concerning our own area. You know, when the budget comes as a Mombasa budget, we specifically ask us as Mombasa people, but ward. Now we are talking about our Nyali sub-county, Kongowea ward. What exactly is in it for us? What is going to be done in terms of development or projects? What are the projects that are in place? These are the projects that we are proposing as people of the ward. And then we follow up to see if these proposals have been taken up and what is the budget that has been put against the projects that we've put together. This will help us, I know, that in issues of following up on these activities to know that yes, we had put this project and this is the amount that was put for it, and we are expecting a completion within this period of time. And the amount of money and the kind of project that we are expecting, the quality of project. So yes, we've managed to really mobilize ourselves together. There are always challenges. First of all, I start with challenges that we may have as a group. We may want to move as a group, but a few people will probably feel threatened or will have some kind of fear not to proceed. So that will act as a challenge, because if we put an information together and we decide we're going to do this in unity, and then you hear that there's a few people who've gone out of that unity, it becomes a bit of a challenge, because now people start feeling like it is a betrayal, or maybe they feel like there's someone who is starting threatening people on individual levels. So that makes it a bit complicated moving on. But then at the end of the day, you still have people with very good willpower who will keep pushing for the projects to make sure that we get where we want to get. Other challenges that we've encountered is now with the government, when at times you need information from them and you don't get this information. At times you don't get it in good time, or you don't get it at all. You keep following up. I'll give an example of an issue that we had taken to the government concerning land. It was a land-related issues. We wanted to know ownership of that land. We wanted to know the acreage. We wanted to know a lot about that land. And we took this information there, and to date we've not made any progress. But we had to now go to the office that is tasked with overseeing the work of the public servants, the ombudsman. And they wrote to they gave us a copy of the letter that they wrote to the office that we had contacted. And it is still in progress, and we are hoping that things will change, and maybe we will have a positive answer at the end of the day. First of all, I know it is through the civic action, rather civic education, that we've managed to come together as a group. That we don't take lightly, because we've always been there, but we are not able to come together. Together to like speak in one voice, to say that we are a group and we are going to be focusing on issues that are affecting our area. So that is one thing that I would say is very successful in our area. We are able to achieve that. Apart from that, we've been able to have cemetery, our Kongowea cemetery. There was a lot of garbage dumping in that area, and it is through the group initiative, working with other stakeholders, that we managed to push to an extent that now there's no garbage being thrown at the cemetery area. We are now waiting for the perimeter wall to be put so that it is a decent place for the departed souls. So there are several of them. If you give me the whole day, I think I can mention like everything else. But we have seen a lot of good coming out of us being together and working for the good, yes. We are aware that as much as we are empowered, we are supposed to take the action, because yes, you can be given all the information on all the knowledge that you need, but if you do not take the step towards making a change in your own life or the community's life, nothing can happen. So we have realized that it is upon us to make that change, and that is why right now there are women who have come together to try and form a group towards looking at how they can change their lives. When a woman's life is changed, we know that the husband's life is changed, the parents' life is changed, and the children's life is changed. So we are happy with the mobilization of the women towards focusing on issues of governance. They're trying to see that the environment that we are living in is safe for the children that we are having, and for the schools, that we are making sure that schools are brought up and in a proper way, the way that it is supposed to be. The facilities that we have, like the hospital, we have the Kongoya Hospital. That place was a parking place for quite a while. But it's through the pushing of the community that we've reached there. So we know that we still have a lot to do, but we will not stop at that. We know that there are projects that we need to see happening in Kongoya that we haven't seen happening already. So the future plan is just to stay united, to go one step at a time, engaging all the stakeholders in our issues, and we hope for the best.